Hello gang, and welcome to Displaying Model Behavior on the road. On the road again. Just can't wait to be back on the road again. Honestly, I'll be quite happy to be back in my studio, but I'm here in Hong Kong right now with my baby by my side, about to go over for a little sneaky weekend in Japan. It was going to be Vietnam, but apparently that's absolutely pouring with rain for the weekend. So instead, we're going back to my home away from home for the next couple of days, going back to Osaka. That's going to be kind of lovely. Before I go, though, there's a whole bunch of news out there that we got to talk about. So let's talk about it. Storm Arena. Oh my goodness. Charlie Nash making his debut in the Storm Arena line. We've got the full reveal images, and I bet everyone over at Jada is thinking, oh my goodness, thank the Lord we got a head start on our Street Fighter line. Because as nice as Jada figures are, and don't get me wrong, they are very nice, Storm Arena are just eating their lunch when it comes to Street Fighter. They're eating their lunch, their breakfast, their dinner, their 11Zs, their second breakfast, whatever meal is put out there, Storm Arena are eating it in the form of gorgeous Street Fighter figures. I've been selling off my Jada figures anyway, because they just weren't quite sparking that joy for me. And now, rather than putting that money towards sensible things, I kind of just want to buy a Street Fighter collection all over again now with Storm Arena, because this Charlie looks phenomenal. For those not in the know, Charlie is the guy who M. Bison killed that Guile is taking revenge for in Street Fighter 2. Gets a little bit confusing with the prequels and alphas and whatnot. But basically, yes, Charlie is Proto-Guile. And I think eventually it comes back that he's alive in like a Bison Soldier sort of redo. I don't know, Street Fighter lore gets very complicated. So this Charlie Nash looks gorgeous. Love the big puffy jacket, the hair recreated perfectly. He's also got the little touches like the glasses as well, the watch. Little bits of quality, like the individual buttons painted on the jacket. So many other toy lines out there, you know that jacket would have all just been molded in one color, boom, there you go. But no, Storm Arena, they're going the extra mile to give you the extra details. I've had the Ken figure in hand. He's fantastic. Charlie looks no less amazing. I should call it Nash. That's what he's going by here. But yeah, everything here looks gorgeous. I think now might be the time for me to get in on the line before there's too many out there and I can't catch up. My only concern, of course, as should be yours as well, I will admit, at least Jada have finished or are going to finish their Street Fighter line. With Storm Arena here, well, previous form tells me we'd better keep our fingers, toes, and everything else crossed in the hope that they do. Speaking of Jada Street Fighter, we've got the Player 2 version of Cammy. This one's going to be an exclusive to Entertainment Earth. As far as Player 2 costumes go, I'm not so tied to this one. There's a few Player 2s that I have a real nostalgic love for. Purple costume Ken, blue costume Ryu, but for this one, this kind of silvery version of Cammy, yeah, not so much. Certainly a nice one if you're a completionist. So pre-orders should be open now by the looks of things. And yeah, she'll be releasing, well, I can't even see when she's going to be releasing. Let me just double check here. Can I see anything in particular? Oh, here we go. So yeah, pre-orders open August 29th. So I was right about that. But yeah, I'd imagine she'd be releasing not long after. But there you go. If you're a Street Fighter completionist, you want to get your hands on her, then you got to go over to Entertainment Earth. You know, I've been talking a lot about Street Fighter in this episode, and if you want to know what Street Fighter figures are out there, well, you better go over to this channel's sponsor, Legendsverse. Don't let the name fool you. They may be called Legendsverse, but they cover almost every toy line under the sun. I could list them off, but I'm only doing a 1-minute integration advertisement piece, and there's genuinely not enough time to list all the toy lines that they cover. What do I mean by cover? Well, I mean they pretty much list everything that they've ever made, going back literally decades. So it's just the most wonderful treasure trove of action figure history. Plus, you can use it to catalog your own collection. And if you click the link in the description below, then you can get a lifetime membership to the website for a discount price because you're one of the Model Behavior Good Brothers. I'd say that's about 60 seconds. All right, on with the show. So this is kind of cool. Available on 5K Toys, a new Kickstarter that's just been funded. This one totally went under my radar, but it looks like they're making some fun-looking commando sci-fi type dudes. So this is Power Spot toy. 1/12 scale, the good Lord scale. You want to get a Kickstarter funded? That's what you got to do. So this is Expedion Silver Lightning Commando action figure, standard and deluxe versions. So to quote what's written here, a brand new project successfully funded through Chinese Kickstarter Modian, offered in 2 versions to be manufactured at a reputable factory. I should hope it would be a reputable factory. I'm not going to go promoting irreputable factories on this channel. This has also produced figures. Okay, the same factory has produced figures for Mezco, so it's a pretty good pedigree right there. And yeah, you can pre-order these directly from 5K Toys. Okay, looking at the pictures here, because I did the blurb and then looked at the pictures. This looks awesome. I can just see what they're doing here with these swap-outable parts and whatever alien virus thing this is that's transforming the soldiers into whatever they are. Oh, that's cool. Okay. You know what? Take everything I said and then just add some extra hype. Because now that I've looked at more pictures, this looks like so much fun. Okay, I dig it. So it's space commandos, but with some added body horror as well. Oh, like Resident Evil in space. Okay, yeah, that looks awesome. Higher Toys is giving us their version of Monster X from Godzilla Final Wars. That's a 2004 Godzilla movie. I think Godzilla in the Millennium wasn't doing great, but some of the creature designs, they were pretty cool. And Monster X, he is one of them. He does look pretty badass. I think that we did get a version of this from SH Monster Arts. I'm pretty sure, because when I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, haven't we had this already? But no, I think this is I know this is a brand new one from Higher Toys. So this part of their exquisite range going to be $54, so a little bit cheaper than your SH Monster Arts ones. And this one's going to be available around about this time next year. So you got quite a long time to wait, but hey, this guy debuted in 2004. It's already been 20 years. What's another few months? Star Wars The Black Series have their new batch, I suppose, of holiday Christmas repaints. So this time around, we're going to be getting the Black Series Stormtrooper, who looks kind of like a gingerbread man. That's going to be $24.99 and going to be available around about autumn, so not very long. Of course, you want to get that in time for Christmas. And then also, to go with him, they're going to be doing the Black Series Astromech droid. So not specifically R2-D2, but a very similar Christmas-themed astromech droid. This one also, of course, is going to be $24.99 and available around about the same time, around about the fall. And as far as the holiday repaints go, hey, at least they've got some extra stuff going on there too. I kind of like the ridiculous little Santa hat and beard the astromech droid has. Call me an idiot who will buy anything random and kitsch, but I think this is kind of cute. But then again, I did buy the Christmas Mandalorian, so I can never judge anyone's tastes. Available now from Mattel Creations, we've got a very handsome looking Moss Man, which you can get your hands on. So this is the Masters of the Universe Masterverse New Eternia Moss Man. I'm not sure which line has the more kind of sublines and branches to confuse me, either Motu or Transformers, whether it's Energon, Masterverse, this, that, and the other. But to those who know, it all makes perfect sense. So that's all that matters, really. So this one is going to be priced at $35. And of course, you can pick them up directly from Mattel through their Mattel Creations program. Tamashii Nations have announced that they will have a booth at New York Comic Con this year, and they have already announced one exclusive figure that attendees can look forward to getting their hands on. So, this is a Dragon Ball Z character, so obviously Dave is just going to read what the cue card says, because I don't know my Dragon Ball Z. From what I understand, it's not very popular. No, I'm kidding. Don't come at me, all right? I've had enough from you Clone Wars people. All right, I'm not watching it. So, straight from Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn comes SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Gogeta, which will be available at New York Comic Con as a commemorative product. Get your own brand new Gogeta sculpt at New York Comic Con 2025. Well, you know where to go. While we're speaking of SH Figuarts, or should I say, speaking speaking of SH Figuarts, there you go, that's one of my cliches. We've got a couple more anime reveals that I'm not familiar with, but I'm going to read off for you because someone was asking, what happened to the Figuarts reveals? Well, boom, here you go. So from Hunter x Hunter, we're getting Leo Rio. He's going to be scheduled for release around about March next year. Excuse me? Yeah, that is right. March next year is when he's released, and pre-orders should be open right now. So that's Leo Rio. And also, we're going to be getting, who is this? I hate sight reading stuff while I do it live, but, you know, we'll do it live! From Hunter x Hunter also, we've got SH Figuarts Kurapika. Kurapika. We'll go with that. Up and at them. One more time, Dave. Kurapika. So, just like the other one, she's going to be up for pre-order now and releasing around about April of next year. Gee golly gosh, what can you say? Well, I don't need to say anything. Pictures will do the job. But then again, if I go by that logic, then there's no reason to have a YouTube channel. Probably better stop going down that alleyway. Actually, you know what? Pictures aren't enough. You need a goober to tell you what you should feel about them. Whew. Saved that one there, Dave. This looks stunning. What is it? Well, let me find out while I read this off the screen. 303 Toys. Okay, I'm familiar with 303 Toys. 1/6 scale. So we're talking Hot Toys scale figure here. What Hot Toys size? So about yay big. You can't really say a dragon man is 1/6 scale because how big is an imaginary dragon man? I don't know. So this is the translated name is the 12 Yaon Shen White Dragon King. Okay? And this should be available around about the fourth quarter of this year. So not very long to wait. So keep your eyes out on, I don't know, Ami, Gundamit, the various import sites if you want to get hold of this guy because, yeah, for any kind of mythical sword and sorcery collection, yeah, he'll fit right in and probably be the centerpiece of any display. Oh, Mety Toys. They say size doesn't matter. Well, I disagree with that. I think size is very important for your big, hefty monster toys. And this is probably one of the biggest, heftiest monster toys you're going to find. Mety are doing this little photo shoot here just to give you a taste. Give you a little daddy magic taste of what to expect of this guy who I think the translated name is Taud, T-A-U-D. That's what's coming up in the translation. But a giant Minotaur bull monster by any other name would still look as badass. Look for this guy to be dropping for pre-order, probably on 5K Toys, I would imagine. Hopefully, very, very soon. Well, this is just a cute little anime cyber kiddie girl. Always fun to see these pop up occasionally over at Bombuzby. You could put your money down for this little one. What is her name? Let me find out for you. So this is Bishouju Popular Brands. Oh, dude, it's Snail Shell. Ah, man. But he didn't even clock that it was Snail Shell at first. Okay, well, that's a sure sign of quality right there. I've had a whole bunch of Snail Shell figures in my collection, and honestly, they don't miss. Those are all great. So this is Snail Shell Tiger 05. Tiger 05, 1/12 scale, Kama Tiger. I guess that's her name as well. Tiger 05. We'll call her Kama Tiger. So pre-orders are up now. And she looks like, to be honest, every other Japanese anime mech girl that comes out. But because it's Snail Shell, I can say that you probably are going to have one of the higher quality versions of this type of figure. Looks kind of goofy, kind of cute. Got the Halloween-y colors as well. She'd go well with the Pumpkin Princess. I like that the feet are like cartoony tiger feet, but also angled and sharpened like a mech sort of look. Yeah, actually, the more I see the promo pictures, the more I kind of like this. Hot Toys have revealed their John Cena Peacemaker Season 2 figure, and it looks okay, but I don't know. There's something about that John Cena likeness that I'm not too sure. He looks a bit weathered, I feel, in some of these pictures. Maybe it's just the style of Peacemaker in the show. Maybe they want him to look a little bit more haggard and grizzled, but he does look more haggard and grizzled. I don't know. Maybe, is it difficult to make a John Cena realistic action figure when he looks so much himself like an action figure. I would have thought that'd make it easier. But yeah, I don't know. The face just looks a little bit not quite right for me. My microphone stand is broken, so I'm trying to balance it as best I can. Only the best. I spared all the expense. So this is going to be retailing for $300 and should be released between July and December of next year. So they're giving themselves a big window for that one. NECA are still pumping out more of these Ben Cooper Halloween figures, and why the heck not? People certainly seem to be enjoying them. So now we're getting ones that are going into the old Dungeons and Dragons figures, which I kind of love considering that we just got some of these in super zhuzhed up NECA form. Now we're getting the cute childhood Halloween costume versions. So they're going to be doing, what have we got? We've got Zarak, we've also got Warduke, and also Strongheart as well. So all three of these have been done, I think, as individual zhuzhed up NECA figures. I know Warduke certainly has, because I used to have him, and he was awesome. So yeah, if you want a Dungeons and Dragons theme to your Halloween kids, well, you can get these Ben Cooper figures. Now this would make one heck of a desk toy. If you want people to subtly know that you're into collecting action figures and awesome stuff, and are therefore a pretty awesome person, but you don't want to have a toy on your desk, then maybe Metal Gear Rex. Because this just looks like a badass piece of cyber art. It's so freaking cool. But you can tell I've got a lot of nostalgic love for the Metal Gear Rex design. That's a big old part of Dave's late 90s, halcyon time. Don't get me wrong. 2025 is pretty halcyon too, but it doesn't hurt to look back occasionally. So this is from Tamashii Nations, of course. Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Rex, Chogokin action figure. All that in a bag of chips. Heck, it's a whole damn party mix. You can go pick this up at either Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, or maybe other places as well, but those are two that I know for sure. In rather disappointing news, so I won't linger on this because why would you linger on disappointing news? Flame Toys have cancelled their SPDR figure, which is, that's a real shame because that looked pretty awesome. Don't know why they've cancelled it. I haven't been able to find out that information, but they've just put out a general press release saying it's not going to happen. So unfortunately, pour one out for what might have been. That Flame Toys SPDR, we hardly knew ya. Well, this is just adorable. Lego are doing a Gizmo Lego set. This is part of their creator subline. I guess I'm not too clued in on my Lego or anime or general adulting skills, but I can talk about things regardless. So this Gizmo looks kind of adorable. Actually, he's got the 3D glasses as well, which I think kind of denote him as the original Gremlins Gizmo, as opposed to like Gremlins 2, where he may have had a Rambo headband or something. $109.99, which is expensive, but also kind of in line with Lego prices. It's sweet. I always send Juanita this little GIF from Gremlins, which is a scene that always just reminds me of the two of us, where they're both kind of, Billy and Gizmo are doing their own thing, and Billy looks over to Gizmo, he's like, having fun? Fun! Pretty neat, huh? Neat!
Where do they come from?
Having fun?
Fun!
Pretty neat, huh?
Neat!
That's Juanita and I on a daily basis. Obviously, I'm the one who's Gizmo. I'm the cute one. Oh, just as I made that pre-order for the Figuarts Gamerverse Spider-Man, we see these gorgeous life-size Robocop replicas revealed. And I'm like, I can only frivolously spend so much money. And I've already done that. That was before I made the pre-order for Spider-Man. So really, I can just look at these and admire them. But it's exactly what I'm going to do, especially the Auto 9. One of these days, I got to pick up an actual replica Robocop Auto 9, and this would probably be the one to go for. But of course, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But I mean, come on, we're adults. What else are we going to spend our money on? The answer is a lot of things, Dave. A lot of things. The Auto 9 looks amazing. The helmet, I always find, I don't think it looks great as a standalone helmet. I think it looks kind of goofy with the jaw guard underneath. Like, it just, but then without the jaw guard, it looks kind of too basic, like it's missing something. I don't know. Can't quite find that sweet spot for that. However, the gun, oh yeah, I like the gun. But yeah, if you're a high roller with a lot of money to spend, then, well, this is where you need to go. In some less than good news, the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, the much hyped and anticipated Mortal Kombat 2 movie, has been delayed until next year. May 15th now will be the release date for MK2, which is a real kick in the teeth because it was going to be released very, very soon, around about Halloween time. But apparently, the story about this isn't because they need to do any reshoots or they need to improve their special effects. No. It's because the trailer that came out received such a great response and was so hyped by the audience that marketing executives decided, oh, wait, this film could be even bigger than we thought it would be. Let's move it to the summer season so it can be a big summer blockbuster. So it's a victim of its own success. People were too enthusiastic for the trailer. And now because of that, we have to wait 6 more months. That's just it's longer than 6 months, like 9 months, which is so dumb because this movie could dominate the Halloween box office. And there's not that much else coming out. Like, it could be the #1 movie for ages for Mortal Kombat Halloween. Perfect combination. And instead, they're going to release it next year in the summer season where it's going to get lost in the shuffle of a whole bunch of other summer blockbusters. Great work. Great work, executives. Yeah, you've done it again. This is just kind of cute. I thought I'd throw this story in because it made me chuckle. The creators of Metal Gear Delta, which of course is the remake of Metal Gear 3, in the game originally, and back in the day, they had these glamour posters of, like glamour girl pinups. And now for the remake, just to do something kind of cute, the creators have contacted all the former models from that original game and asked them to submit new modern pictures so that they can still have the same models, but most likely in slightly more wholesome, cute kind of poses. Honestly, I think that's a wonderful little attention to detail. I kind of dig that. Thought that was a cute story. So, the new Disney movie, or the upcoming Disney movie Starfighter, is starting to be fleshed out a little bit, courtesy of a preview image that's been posted by Disney. And at least as far as a mood piece is concerned, yeah, all right, I'll give it a go. I'm not so wiped out on Star Wars that I won't give new projects a try, and I'm always looking to be happily surprised. So, Starfighter, starring Ryan Gosling. Boom, that's a step in the right direction there. Always happy to see Ryan Gosling do something. He's just a fun, likable, charismatic dude. And the rest of the cast sounds encouraging as well. Matt Smith he pops up in everything. He really does, but he's decent enough. And then Amy Adams, Mia Goth, for all us horror fans out there. So people are already saying, oh, so it's Blade Runner in the Star Wars universe, or oh, so it's Drive in the Star Wars universe. Yeah, okay, like, I guess there might be some influences there, maybe. Honestly, I'm happy to see what it's going to be. What is it going to be? We don't know. But Ryan Gosling starring in a Star Wars movie? Yeah, okay. I'm on board for that. Just a really cool, quick little article here. There have been some various reports that Jackie Chan and his stunt team have been working on the Spider-Man Brand New Day set, helping refine and choreograph the fight routines. Literally everything that I hear coming out of this movie just sounds better and better and more hopeful and promising. Every time there's a new announcement or behind-the-scenes thing, it's like, oh, yeah, okay, that's only going to add to it. We got the Hulk, the Punisher, the Battle Van, and now Jackie Chan helping to choreograph the fight routines. Yeah, color me excited. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. What did you think about the items covered? Comment below and let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. I would very much appreciate that. And if you want to go one step beyond in supporting this goofy ass show, then you can do by getting yourself a Model Behavior channel membership. By picking up one of those, then, well, for a start, you get to see your name whiz past me when I'm doing this outro that everyone's probably already clicked off of. But you will know that you're helping me put out episodes, and I really, really appreciate that. So thank you very much. All right, I gotta go do my Hong Kong thing, whatever that means. In this case, probably tidying up the apartment before Juanita comes home. So gang, until next time, keep displaying model behavior.